Turkey's President Recep Tayyip Erdogan says his country's fight against Daesh will continue. Erdogan was visiting Sultanahmet Square in Istanbul, the site of Tuesday's suicide attack that left 10 German tourists dead. He paid his tributes to the victims of the bombing. He also said the presence of Daesh in Turkey or Syria would not be tolerated.
We have a certain stance not to tolerate terrorist activities going on across the Syrian border. We started a joint operation with the coalition to prevent the threats coming from northern Iraq and Syria. This is disturbing for Daesh. This is not the first Daesh attack in Sultanahmet. Until now, Daesh has conducted 10 terrorist attacks in Turkey.
Well, let's cross to Kilmini Dukard, who's in Sultanahmet Square. Kilmini, we've just heard the president speaking. What else did he have to say?
Well, of course, Kamali, certainly the president was driving home that central message that Turkey will not tolerate any terrorism, any sort of terrorism or these types of attacks in Turkey as well as around the world. And certainly he said that this type of attack was basically Daesh was staging these attacks in retaliation for Turkey's fight with the coalition in Syria against the group. And of course, he was attending Friday prayers with Turkey's top religious leaders as well as Turkey's top imam. And of course, they're wanting to send a very clear message that these types of attacks and actions do not represent the religion of Islam. And he came out after Friday prayers laying that single flower there on the memorial site where 10 German tourists lost their lives. He referred to those tourists as guests and of course certainly paying tribute to the victims and the lives that were lost there. But he also said that they're going to be investigating that issue. And of course, as we know, 7 people were arrested in connection with Tuesday's attack and 60 suspected members of Daesh were also arrested this week.
Well, Kilmini, as you mentioned there, the president did refer to those who died as guests of Turkey. Have there been other tourists visiting the area today?
Well, Kamali, when we first arrived this morning, there didn't appear to be many people visiting the Blue Mosque, the Hagia Sophia sites that are open today, sites that on any given day, thousands of tourists would be visiting. Group from China. We talked to a couple of tourists, one from Argentina and another one from Chile. The woman that I spoke with from Chile was very visibly shaken and upset as she looked on to the memorial, seeing the lives that were lost in Tuesday's attack. And she was coming to pay tribute as well as to visit the sites around here in Istanbul. For the most part, the people that I spoke with said that they weren't afraid to come here today, but there's certainly been a lot of police on hand because of Erdogan's visit. But moments ago, this square was packed with people. They were here to pay tribute to the lives that were lost, to see Erdogan's first visit to the site following Tuesday's attack. And I'm sure as the memorial builds, which it has, more people, more tourists will be visiting the site.
Well, Kilmini Dukard for us there in Sultanahmet Square. Thank you for now.